Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in the previous video we have started with our grammar syllabus and the first topic that we are starting with is articles. Okay, so in the previous video we have seen the different types of articles and we have discussed two articles. They were a and an, right? We have seen their different uses and we have discussed so many examples also. Okay, and in today's video we will continue with the same topic, and in this video we will study about the next article, that is article the. Right, so let's begin our today's video that is based on articles. So now we are having our third article, that is the. So first of all we are having the different uses of the. Let's see how can we use this article the. So we are having so many different uses because in the previous video we have discussed that this article, that is the, it is also known as a definite article, right? So it is used in so many different ways. So now let's see, let's discuss all the uses of this article. First one we are having, this article is used before mountains series. So we are having the examples like we can use it with the Himalayas, we can write the Alps, we can write the Aravalli. Okay, and the important thing, the important note we are having, that is before one single mountain peak we don't use this article, that is the. So students, again you have to be very careful because according to this point the article is used before mountain series. This is a very important thing, that it is used before mountain series. It cannot be used before one single peak like we are having Everest. So before Everest we cannot use the. If we are using here the Everest, then our answer is absolutely wrong. Why? Because Everest is a single peak, right? It is not the mountain series because Everest is a part of the Himalayas. Similarly, if we are having Mount Abu, so for Mount Abu also we cannot use the. Why? Because Mount Abu, it is a part of the Aravallis. Okay, so for Aravalli we have to use the, but for Mount Abu we cannot use the. We cannot write any article before Mount Abu. Okay, clear? I hope the difference is clear to you, that if we are having mountain series then we can use article the, but if we are having a single peak name like we are having Everest or Mount Abu, then we cannot use the article because they are only a part of these mountain series. They are Himalayas and Aravallis, so they are a single peak name, and for that we cannot use this article, that is the, because it is used only and only before mountains series. All right, moving on, we are having next use of the article. So yes, it is used before river names. So जितनी भी important famous rivers होती है, so for all the rivers we can use the articles. We are having some of the examples here. So we can write the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Kaveri. So all the famous important rivers. So if we are having such rivers names, so before rivers name we can use the article, right? The next use we are having before sea, oceans and bay, or we can have gulf names also. So if we are having any of such things, then also we can use the article. So let's see the examples that we are having. The first one is Red Sea. So it's a kind of sea, it's the name of a sea. So for that we are having the here. Next we are having Arabian Sea. Again it's a sea, so for that we are having the article. Next we are having Indian Ocean. So yes, sea, ocean, bay and gulf. So we are having these things, these categories in this point. So if we are having any of these things, then we can use the article. So Indian Ocean, it's a kind of ocean, so for that we are having the article. Right, next we are having Bay of Bengal. So yes, Bay of Bengal, we all know it's a bay, so for that also we are having the article. So again one more time I am reading this point. So the article, it is used before sea, oceans and bay, or we can have gulf also. So if we are having such things, if we are having such names, so before these names we can use the article the as an article. Okay. Next use, yes, it is used before group of islands. So if we are having a group of island, so for that we can use the article. Let's see the examples that we are having here. The first one is the Andamans. So students, again I want to make it clear that here we are having group of island, just like we have discussed the first use in which we were having mountain series, right? एक single mountain के लिए, एक single mountain peak के लिए we cannot use the article, but it was used for a mountain series. Similarly, the article is used before group of island, and we all know that Andaman, it is not a single island, but Andaman is a group of so many islands. So Andamans, it's a group of islands, so for that we are having the article here before Andaman. Next we are having Nicobars. So Nicobars, again it's not a single island, but in this island we are having so many small islands. It's a group of so many small islands, so this is the reason we are having the article. Next we are having the West Indies. Again, West Indies, it is not a single island, but it's a group of some small islands. So this is the reason that these examples are of group of islands, and this is the reason we are having the, we are using the here before these names. So we can have the Andamans, the Nicobars, and we can have the West Indies. Why? Because these are the group of islands, right? Again, a very important note, a very important point we are having. So let's read. Before the name of a single island, we don't use the. So just like our first point when we have discussed that if we are having a single mountain peak, so for that we cannot use the article. Similarly, if we are having a single island name, then we cannot use the. So we are having some examples, like suppose we are having Java or we are having Sumatra. So they are also island, but they are the name of a single island. So for that we cannot use the, we have to put a cross mark before these island, because the, according to this point, this article is used before group of islands, like we are having Andamans, Nicobars, West Indies. But if we are having a single island like we are having Java or Sumatra, then we cannot use this article, that is the. Clear? The difference should be clear to you all students. Don't be confused at all. Just to be clear that what is group of island and what is a single island. Similarly, what are mountain series and what are single mountain peak name. Okay, so the differentiation should be clear, and then accordingly you can use the articles. All right. Moving on, we are having next usage. So let's see. Yes, it can be used before canals, airplanes, ships, or we can have train names also. So let's see the examples. First of all, we are having the Panama Canal. So it's a very famous canal. We all have studied about this in our geography, right? Next, we are having Manchester Canal. So these are the name of very famous canals. So we can use the article before these names. Next, we are having the Meghdut, we are having the Queen Mary, we are having the Rajdhani Express, we are having the Tufan Express. So yes, if we are having a very famous canal name, airplane name, ship name, or we can have train name also. So before all these names, we have to use the as an article. Yes, and we are having the examples here in front of us, and all these are the names of famous canals, ship, and we are having airplane and train name here, right? We are having next use of the article. So let's see. Yes, it is used before nationality expressing words. So if we are trying to express our nationality, or if we are having the words that express someone's nationality, so such words if we are having, so before these words we have to use the as an article. So we are having some examples here to clear this thing. So let's see. First of all, we are having the Asians. So Asians means all the people who belong to Asia continent, right? Similarly, we are having the Indians. Indians means all the people, all the citizens of India. Next, we are having the Japanese. So all the people, all the citizens of Japan. So these are the words that express the nationality. So if we are having such words, so we can use the before these words. Clear? And again we are having a very important note here. So let's read. If nationalities is used as countable noun, then we have to use a or an. Again a very important point we are having. So let's try to understand what this point actually mean. So suppose all these words, just try to observe, just try to read these words again. We are having Asians, Indians, Japanese. Okay, so if we are having such words in a plural form, then we have to use the. But if we are having, according to this point, if we are having countable noun, then we have to use article a or an, then we cannot use the. Let's see the example over here. The first one is Chinese. So then we have to use a or an according to the sound that we have discussed in the previous video, that if we are having a vowel sound in the beginning, then we have to use an, and if we are having a consonant sound in the beginning when we are doing the pronunciation, then we have to use article a. So here we are having Chinese, it's a singular noun, and according to the pronunciation we are having a consonant sound. So for that we are having a as an article. So we are having a Chinese. Next we are having German. Again we have to focus on the pronunciation. We have to look about the starting sound that we are having. So for that consonant sound we are using a here. So we are having a German. Next an Asian. So here we are having Asian. So for that we use the article. But now we are having singular noun Asian. So now we have to use a or an, and that depend on the sound. So here we are having Asian. The starting sound is a vowel sound, right? A, Asian, a sound, a is a vowel. So for that we are using an here. Next we are having an Indian. Again Indians jab tak tha, then we were using the, right? But when we are having singular, when we are having the singular form of nationality, if we are having Indian, then we have to use a or an, and that will depend on the pronunciation, that will depend on the starting sound. So here also we are having a vowel sound, right? Indian, what sound is there in the beginning? It's e. Again e is one of the vowel, so vowel sound is there, and this is the reason we are having an here. Okay, so one more time I am summarizing this thing. So if we are having nationality expressing words, so for that we have to use the. But if we are having these words in the form of a countable noun, then we have to use a or an, and what article will be there? That will depend on the pronunciation, that will depend on the starting sound that the word is having. Clear? So let's see some of the sentence to clear this thing. Suppose I am having one sentence that I have this is a blank. Next, Chinese friend. Okay, so now the sentence is that I have Chinese friend. So in this blank we have to use article. So what article we will use here? Obviously we will use a or an. Why? Because here we are having a nationality expressing word, but we are having the singular form of this word. So in this blank we have to use a or an, and that will depend on the starting sound, and for that we will use a here. So the sentence will be I have a Chinese friend. Clear? Suppose we are having Indians, and in the beginning we are having one blank. Next is hard working. So this is the sentence that we are having. Indians are hardworking, and in the beginning of the sentence we are having one blank. So we can see here that Indians, this is the plural form, and we can see the verb also that is in the plural form, right? We are having are here. So for that we cannot use a or an here. We have to use the here before Indians, and the sentence will be the Indians are hardworking. Clear? I hope now the difference is clear to you all. If we are having these nationality expressing words in the plural form, then we have to use the. But if we are having these words in the singular form, in the countable noun, then we can use a or an according to the sound that we are having. Alright? Next, moving on, we are having the next use. So let's read. It is used before religious books name. So if we are having any religious book, so for that we can use the as an article. We are having some of the example. So we are having the Gita. We all know Gita, it's a very famous religious book. Next we are having the Ramayana. Next is the Bible, and the next example we are having here the Mahabharata. So all these are very famous religious books. So if we are having such books in a sentence, so for that, or we can say before such names, we have to use the as an article. So we will write the Gita, the Ramayana, the Bible and the Mahabharata. Okay. Next use before directions name. So if we are having the directions, so before directions also we have to use the article. We all know about the directions. We are having east, west, south and north. So for all these direction we have to use the as an article. So we have to write the east, the west, the south and the north. So again we are having important point, important note is given to us. So let's read. If directions are used before any place names, then we don't use the. So yes, in this point we have discussed, we have read till now that if we are having the directions like east, west, south and north, then we have to use the. But this important point, this important note that is given to us, this point says that if these directions are associated with any place, then we cannot use the. Let's see the examples to clear this thing. So here we are having West Bengal. So yes, west, this is the direction. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने सिर्फ direction पढ़ा और हमने यहाँ पे the article लगा दिया. Why? Because we have read the rule that if we are having the direction, so for that we have to use the article. But here this direction is associated with this place. We are having West Bengal here. We all know West Bengal, it's a place name. So this is the reason here we cannot use the article. Here we cannot use any article and we have to put cross mark here. Similarly, we are having North Korea, we are having South Korea. So yes, North and South, they are the directions names, but here they are associated with these places. Here we are having North Korea and South Korea, and this is the reason we cannot use the article, but we have to put cross mark before these place name. Next we are having South Africa, or we can say North Bihar. Similarly, these all are the directions names, but here these are associated with the places. So this is the important point that you have to be very careful. Just read the sentence very carefully. If we are having only the directions, like suppose we are having sun rises in blank east. So this is very much clear that here we are talking about the direction only. So we have to use the, and the sentence will be the sun rises in the east, right? But if these directions are associated with any place name, like we are having here so many examples we have discussed, then just remember, then just be very careful. We cannot use the as an article, then we have to put cross mark before these words, because now they are not the directions, now they are the name of some places. Clear? All right. Moving on, next use. So we are having the another use of the. According to this point, the is used before desert name. So जितने भी deserts होते हैं, so before that also we have to use the as an article. Some examples we are having here: the Sahara Desert. Next is the Thar Desert. Next we are having the Kalahari Desert. So all these are very famous, well-known deserts. So if we are having any desert name, then also we have to use the as an article. Next use, before religious community. So yes, we have discussed about the religious books, right? Similarly, if we are having religious communities names, then also we have to use the as an article. Let's see the examples. We are having the Hindus. So we all know Hindus, Muslims, Christians, they are different kinds of communities. So if we are having different religious communities, then also we have to use the as an article, right? So religious books we are having, religious communities we are having. So अगर इस तरह के नाम हमें दिए हैं, then we have to use the as an article and we can write the Hindus, the Muslims, or we can have the Christians. All right. Next use before unique things. So it's a very important use of the article. It is used before unique things. Now a question will be there that what unique things means. Unique things means the things they are only one in this universe, right? एक ऐसी चीज जो कि इस पूरे यूनिवर्स में सिर्फ सिंगल है, केवल एक ही है, उसके जैसा कोई दूसरा नहीं है. Okay, so such things are known as unique things. So all the unique things, if we are having in a sentence, then we have to write the as an article. Like we are having the sun, so we all know that sun is the only sun, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि हर कंट्री का अलग सन है. सन जो है वो पूरे यूनिवर्स में सिर्फ एक है. So all such things they are only one in the entire universe. They are known as a unique things. Similarly, we are having the moon, we are having the earth, we are having the sky. So all the unique things if we are having, so before that we have to put the as an article. So we can have the sun, the moon, the earth, and we can have the sky, right? So all these things belong to this category, that is unique things. Moving on, next point, let's read. Before historical empire, historical caste, historical place, historical dynasty, historical building, historical event, or we can have historical period or age. So in this point we are having so many things related to history, right? So if we are having historical empire name, if we are having historical caste name, if we are having any place that is very much famous, very much important according to history, if we are having any historical dynasty name, if we are having any historical building, a building that is having a very important place in our history, or if we are having historical event or historical period, or we can say historical age, then before such names we have to write the as an article. Clear? Some examples we are having here. So let's see. First of all, we are having the Roman Empire. So yes, students, all these names you must have read in your history books. So we all know that the Roman Empire, it was a very famous historical empire. It's a name, it's an example of a very famous historical empire, and this is the reason we are having the here as an article. Next, we are having the Aryans. So Aryan, again, it's a very important, very famous historical caste. So for that we are having the as an article. Next, we are having the Panipat. Panipat is a very famous historical place. It is a place that is having a very important value in our history, in the history of our country, and this is the reason we are having the here before Panipat. Clear? Some more examples, we are having the Mauryan dynasty. So yes, Mauryan dynasty, it's a very famous, very important dynasty. Again, the Taj Mahal, this is historical building, right? Next, we are having the French Revolution. This is historical event, very famous, very important historical event. Next, we are having the Victorian age. So this is historical period, or we can say historical age, right? So all the things that are related to our history, that can be any building, that can be any event, that can be any caste, empire, any dynasty. So all such important things if we are having, so before that we have to use the as an article. And yes, we have seen, we have discussed so many examples also related to this point. Clear? Moving on, next we are having before political parties. So if we are having any political party's name, so before that also we have to write the as an article. Some examples we are having like the Congress Party, the Janata Dal, the Bharatiya Janata Party. So all the political parties, they should have the as an article before their names. Next, use before musical instrument name. So if we are having any kind of musical instrument in a sentence, so before that also we have to put the as an article. Some example we are having the tabla, the harmonium, or we are having the guitar. So all these are the names of a musical instrument. So all the musical instrument, they are having the as an article. Okay. Next, before superlative degree. So students, now I am very much sure that you all know about the adjectives, right? All the adjectives, they are having 3 degrees. The first one is a positive degree, second is known as comparative degree, and the third is known as the superlative degree. So if in a sentence we are having the superlative degree of any adjective, then we have to use the before that superlative degree. Some example we are having here. The first example is tallest man. So we know that tallest, this is the superlative degree of tall, right? Tall, taller, and tallest. So tallest, this is the superlative degree. So before superlative degree, always we have to put the. Next example we are having fastest train. Again fastest, this is the superlative degree of fast, right? Fast, faster, and fastest. So this is the superlative degree, and this is the reason we are having the here. So we are having the fastest train. Next example we are having the happiest girl. Again happiest, this is the superlative degree of happy, right? Happy, happier, and happiest. So the reason that this is the superlative degree, we are having the here before this superlative degree. So we are having the tallest man, the fastest train, and we are having the happiest girl. So all the superlative degree, they should have the before them. Alright. Next, use before newspaper name. So if we are having any newspaper in a sentence, then also before their names we have to put the as an article. The example are given to us: the Times of India, next is the Hindustan Times, next is the Daily News. So all these are the names of famous newspaper, and this is the reason we are having the here before these names. So we are having the Times of India, the Hindustan Times, and we are having the Daily News. Next point we are having here. So let's read. In a sentence, if there is a comparison between two proper nouns, so according to this point, if in a sentence we are having the comparison between two proper nouns, then also we have to use the as an article. Let's see the example. Let's try to understand the example to clear this point. The first example we are having: Mumbai is the London of India. So after reading this example, we can say that in this example we are having one comparison, right? Mumbai, it is being compared by London, right? And we are saying that Mumbai, it is just like London of India. So we are doing the comparison, and Mumbai and London, they both are the proper nouns. So in this sentence we are having a comparison between two proper nouns, and this is the reason before second proper noun we are having the as an article, and the complete sentence will be: Mumbai is the London of India. Similarly, second example is Ahmedabad is the Manchester of India. Again, Ahmedabad and India, they both are the proper nouns, and we are having one comparison, and this is the reason we are having the as an article. Okay. Moving on, next point. If the same noun is repeated, then we use the. So according to this point, we are having, if we are having the same noun again and again, if the same noun is being repeated again and again, then we have to use the before that noun. Let's see the example to clear this thing. Suppose we are having one story, right? And in the story we are having this sentence: they are once there was a lion. Next we are having the lion was very hungry. So here you can notice that in the first sentence we were having a as an article before lion, but when the same noun, when the same word is being repeated, then we are having the before the same word. Now we are having the before lion. Why? Because this thing I am very much sure आप सबने ऑब्जर्व करी है, नोटिस करी है, जब भी हम स्पेशली कोई स्टोरी लिखते हैं, स्टोरी पढ़ते हैं, राइट? सो जब भी स्टोरी के जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं वो जब फर्स्ट टाइम नाइम इंट्रोड्यूस होते हैं स्टोरी में, देन वी हैव टू यूज ए और एन अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टार्टिंग साउंड. बट व्हेन द कैरेक्टर्स व्हेन दे आर रिपीटेड अगेन and again in the story, then we have to use the as an article. Then again and again we cannot write a or an, because now we are talking about the same line. Okay, so now we have to use the definite article, that is the. So first of all we are saying that once there was a lion. Next we are talking about the same lion, so we are using the, and we are saying that the lion was very hungry. It means the lion, which lion? This lion we are talking about. Clear? So in this way we have to use the as an article. Okay, so students, we have seen so many different uses of the article. The article, it's a very important article. It is known as definite article and it is used in so many different ways. We have seen the different uses, and yes, we have discussed so many examples also. So now I am very much sure that the uses of all three articles, a, an and the uses are very much clear to you all. Alright. Moving on, we are having one more point here, that is no use of articles. So students, we are having some words. अगर हमें sentence में इनमें से कोई words दिए जाते हैं, then we cannot use any article. So what are these words that we will read in this category? So this point is known as no use of article. So there are some particular categories, there are some particular words. Before these words we cannot use any articles. So let's see the first one, before language names. So if we are having any language, if we are given with any language name in a sentence, so before any language we cannot write any article. Some examples we are having: English, Hindi, Urdu, Marathi. So we know that all these are the names of a language. So before any language name we cannot write any article. So we have to put cross mark before all the language names. Next point, before subject names. So just like language name, if we are having any subject name, then also we cannot put any articles. Suppose we are having physics, we are having economics, we are having history, or we are having science. So all these are the names of subject. So before subject name also we cannot write any article. We have to put cross mark before subject names. Third point, before proper noun. So if we are having any proper noun means if we are having name of a person, we are having name of a place. So then also we cannot use any articles. Like we are having America, we all know America, it's a country name. We are having Patna, we are having Gopal, we are having Radha. So all these are the examples of proper nouns. So if we are having any proper noun, then also we cannot write any article. And then also we have to put cross mark before all the given proper nouns. Okay, moving on, we are having a very important point here. So let's see, the is used to before some countries or places. So in this point we have discussed that if we are having proper noun, if we are having any place name, then we don't use any article. But according to this point we are having that article the, it is used before some countries. So let's try to understand that when we have to use the as an article before place name. The example we are having the United Kingdom, we are having the United States, we are having the Netherlands, we are having the USSR. So in these examples, after observing, after reading all the examples, we can see the difference. We can see that what is the difference here. The difference is that all these names, they are not the name of a single country, right? But again, they are the group, right? We are having United Kingdom, we are having the United States. So United States means it's a group of so many states. Similarly, the United Kingdom. Okay, so again the Netherlands. So if we are having such names, if we are having such places, then we have to use the as an article. Clear? Next, before uncountable nouns. So yes, if we are having uncountable nouns, then also we cannot use any article. Suppose we are having gold, silver, so they are the materials. We are having happiness, this is abstract noun. We are having water, this is again liquid. So if we are having such nouns, if we are having material noun, if we are having abstract noun, or we can say if we are having uncountable nouns, then also we cannot use any article. Then again we have to put cross mark before such uncountable nouns. Next point, before games. So if we are having any game name, then also we cannot we cannot use any articles. Suppose we are having football, cricket, hockey, or we are having tennis. So all these are the names of game. Okay, so if we are having any game name, then also we cannot use any article. And then again we have to put cross mark before such words, because these all are some or other game name, and before games we cannot use any article. Next point, before festival names. So if in a sentence we are having any festival, like suppose we are having Holi, Deepavali, Christmas, New Year, so all these are the names of festival. So before festival names also we cannot write any article, so we have to put cross mark. Next point, before disease name. Suppose we are having any disease in a sentence, so then also we cannot write any article. Suppose we are having diabetes, examples we are having typhoid, tuberculosis, we are having malaria. So all these are the names of some of other disease. So if we are having some disease names in a sentence, then also we cannot write any article before them, and we have to put cross mark before all the disease names. Next point, before days and month names. So yes, if we are having the days, if we are having the months, we all know we have 7 days and 12 months. So before these names also we cannot use any article. Suppose we are having Monday, Tuesday, or any other day. If we are having January, February, or any other month, so all the days, all the months, before such names we cannot write any article. Then again we have to put cross mark before such words. So this point in which we have discussed no article, this is a very important point, because in our exam we can have such words, before that we cannot use any article. So then you have to be very careful after reading the word. First of all, you have to decide that can we use the article or we cannot use any article before such nouns, and then only you will decide that which article is the most appropriate. But first of all, you have to judge that the given noun is an uncountable noun, that can be a day name, that can be a month name, right? That can be a proper noun. So these points are very important. That can be a subject, any language, any game name, any festival name. So ये जो point है, this is very important point. You have to learn all these things, that what are the things. Before that we cannot use any article. Okay, so students, we have discussed all the rules, we have covered all the things that are related with this topic, that is articles. First of all, we have seen the different uses of the 3 articles. We have seen so many examples also, and then we have discussed that what are the things, what are the words, before that we cannot use any articles. So now I am sure that this topic, that is articles, this is very much clear to you all. And in the next video we will do some practice exercise. We will see some of the sentence in which we have to use appropriate article. Okay, so just to be with me and see you in the next video. Thank you.